Jeff, Michael, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good, good, good. So there's a lot of talk about this lawsuit. Brian Singer, and it was so long ago. Why are you bringing this lawsuit now?
Well, Mike can talk about the reasons he's coming forward now to do something about it. From the legal perspective, we're able to bring the lawsuit now because in Hawaii, there's some legislation that created a window which allows older cases for sexual abuse to be filed. That window closes next week, April 24th.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Victims are often very reluctant to come forward, and this is going to be a very public thing.
Yeah.
I mean, has that crossed your mind as far as maybe holding you back for so long and maybe waiting for so long?
Well, sure. Why don't you talk about why you didn't come forward?
Well, we attempted to come forward years ago, and a lot of it fell on deaf ears. Wasn't able to see trauma therapists. They didn't want to see me and so forth. They wanted no documentation that I was ever in their office and so forth. So about 10 or 11 months ago, I actually started to go to a trauma therapist, and through that trauma therapy, for the first time, I've really started to kind of put together all of the trauma and so forth in my brain of what I've actually really experienced. And therefore, as I've been going through trauma therapy, I contacted Jeff nearly 6 months ago, and so he started his investigations and so forth to move forward.
Okay. Now, there are witnesses?
Well, there's witnesses. I've spent the last 6 months investigating it. My investigators have been out really going around the country. And they've talked to witnesses to different parts of Mike's allegations. And so we're able to corroborate a lot of the story.
Okay. All right. This is a very important one. Do you think that you are Brian Singer's only victim?
No.
No. You're sure about that?
I can't say that I'm sure, but I know of one for a fact, but I don't know how many there were.
Did you witness it, or is it just something that this person told you?
Something that was told.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right. When was the last time that you were molested by Brian Singer?
So it would have been 14 years ago, 99.
Okay. All right. Forgive me here. Has Brian Singer contacted you since the last time that you? When was the last time? Actually, when was the last time Brian Singer contacted you?
Around that time.
Around the last time.
Around the last time of when the abuse happened.
And did you speak up at that time? I mean, I know you were young, but.
I told my mom and so forth about exactly what had happened. She went to the authorities and so forth, but we had not spoken to him since then.
At that time, nothing happened, even at such a young age, with those allegations.
Correct.
Wow. Okay. And gotcha. Okay. And do you, as far as what you think should happen from here on out, what do you think should happen to Brian Singer? Prison, and what are you hoping to gain from?
Well,
from this,
all that Mike can do is to seek justice for himself, and that's through a civil lawsuit. And the only thing he can seek is money damages. There's no magic wand. There's no way, obviously, to undo what happened. So he brings a civil lawsuit to seek justice, and that's part of our system. Beyond that, there's nothing he can do.
Is it possible that Mr. Singer could see jail time, prison time?
You'd have to talk to criminal authorities.
Gotcha.
I'm only involved in the civil case.
Okay. And one last question: what are you doing now? Like, what's your, married, kids, college?
No kids. Over the last 11 months, I've just been going through trauma therapy. I go to trauma therapy sometimes 2-3 times a week, I've really worked on rebuilding my life.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, best of luck to both of you, and
okay.
Really kind of wishing you the best.
Okay,
and
thank you.
Thank you so much, and that's pretty much it. Thanks again. Bye.